What's up, everybody? I'm Gary Alexander. Welcome to Fighters Only TV. Here with Rampage Jackson. What's up?
Why y'all call it Fighters Only?
Because that's the magazine.
That's the magazine. Why is the magazine?
You ever seen the magazine?
Yeah. I'm a fan of the magazine, but do they only feature fighters in the magazine?
Pretty much, yeah.
Only like take pictures of fighters?
Yeah, there's a lot of pictures, a lot of words.
Are you a fighter?
Not necessarily. Yeah. I train a little bit.
Well, are you a fighter?
No, I'm not a fighter. I mean, what do you consider a fighter?
Someone who fights.
We're 4 weeks out from the Machida fight. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. This has been a really good camp, a very intense camp. I feel great. You
stayed in California for this camp. Actually, normally, if you're in California, you go to Big Bear and things like that. You decided not to do that this time.
Well, it's just this time, you know, I've been traveling a lot, and I've been away from my house for a long time, and I wanted to spend a lot of time with my kids. So I didn't go to Big Bear because my kids could only come up on a weekend. This way I get to see my kids more than just 2 days a week, and sometimes it'd be snowing up in Big Bear around this time of year, and I wouldn't want my kids driving up the mountain doing that weather. So I just stayed at home and trained here.
How is training going? I mean, you're not at the Wolf's Lair, obviously, where you've spent the last few camps. Everything good? You brought guys over from the UK for this?
Yeah. A lot of my teammates from the Wolf's Lair is here. So you know, it's almost like I'm at the Wolf's Lair, but you know, most of my teammates just fought in the last UFC. So
there's a lot of talk. Machida, he's a karate guy. He's a specialist in that specific art, but he's also a jiu-jitsu guy. He's also, blah blah blah. Tell me a little bit about your mindset going in that, because you fought guys who were, like Yoshida, or pardon me, Sakuraba, different guys in Pride that were style specific fighters. That doesn't bother you at all, does it?
Well, no, it don't really bother me to fight anybody who has, different styles. Styles make fights. At the end of the day, I see it as my job is a fighter. That's what I do. I fight. I'd rather fight people who, in my own words, my own opinions, are true fighters who are not scared to fight.
We're like I said, we're about 4 weeks out from this fight. Is this a fight now that you're coming off a loss? Are you more driven for this fight? Are you hungry for this fight, or is it just another day in the office?
Yeah, whenever I lose, it always makes me hungrier. But if I lose, and also depends on how I lose. Quite honestly, I would have rather fought somebody who's a little bit more exciting, just because I felt like my last fight was really boring, a lot boring than I would have wanted it to be. Right. So I would have wanted to fight someone who was a little bit more exciting. And now the pressure is kind of on me to make this fight a little bit more exciting. But I don't know what type of fighter I'm going to be on the night. I don't know if I'm going to just play it safe and just want to get the win, or am I going to be the normal fighter that I am, the guy who just wanted to make the fight exciting. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Like I would have rather have fought somebody, come out to lost somebody who's more exciting. I was even willing to fight heavyweight. Someone who's gonna bang, because at the end of the day, I really don't care if I win and lose. My main thing is a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Right. So a lot of people really don't know. Like I'm kind of disappointed that I lost my last fight just because of who I lost it to, type person he is. But if it had been a more exciting fight, then I probably would have been less salty about it.
I think that's one of the things that's made the 3 fights with you and Wanderlei Silva so important to the sport, was that I think that both of you do share the fact that win or lose, you go out there and you lay it on the line and have an awesome fight. That's what it's about.
Well, at the end of the day, I said it before. I respect fighters like that. Like I have so much respect for fighters like Wanderlei Silva and Chuck Liddell and Rich Franklin, and even fighters like old school fighters like Tito Ortiz and Mike Bernard and Josh Barnett and Pedro Hill, all those guys who come to fight, you know what I'm saying, Tank Abbott, all those guys, you know what I'm saying, and Michael Bisping and Chet Congo. Look at these guys, you know what I'm saying, they come to fight, you know what I'm saying. And if you notice, you know what I'm saying, the Wolf's Lair, even my team, and you know what I'm saying, if you guys like the newcomers like Rob Brun and Kurt Warburton, like, we come to fight, man. It's a demeanor in you. I think that's like the true fighter spirit. You know what I'm saying? We come and we let you know, like, we here to fight. As soon as you lock that cage, ready to fight. Those are the type of guys that I have respect, you know what I'm saying, for. Like, the other guys, I'm not a fan of them. I won't watch their fights. You know what I'm saying? It's just boring to me, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When I hear BJ Penn is going to fight, I'm going to watch that fight because I like his fighting style. I you know what I'm saying? When I hear, like, when I hear somebody, for example, somebody who's like say Rashad or Machida or who are these other, some of these other, like, I don't even really, like, even honestly, even GSP, like, I'm not a fan of his no more because, you know, I don't like their fighting style. I don't like people that, you know, just wrestle and hold people down and then just want to score points and stuff like that. I like GSP as a guy, and, you know what I'm saying, I like Machida as a guy, and I don't like Rashad as a human being at all, but, you know what I'm saying, certain fighters entertain me.
Do you think guys are like using too much strategy and coming out and just trying to go for the W and having what I think Dana White would have called that Tim Sylvia syndrome, where they just want to get the W and don't want to come out and lay it all on the line? You think too many guys are doing that? I
think a lot of guys are doing that, especially guys that train at Greg Jackson's camp. They getting these savage game plans and it seemed like, you know, MMA, the sport of MMA evolved so much. I'm just scared that it's gonna go kind of like boxing, was guys just not trying to finish the fights anymore. They're just trying to score points. And that's my opinion. You know, my opinion is what it is. My opinion might not mean nothing, but that's my opinion.
Well, do you think you have, as a fighter, as an employee of the UFC, as an MMA, as a mixed martial artist, so to speak, do you think that you have a weight on your shoulders, something that where you need to go out and perform and lay it on the line? Is that something that you feel like you have to do?
I don't feel like that. I just feel like my true diehard fans, the ones that, you know, always, the ones who like me from a long time ago, the ones who like me, who's my fans because they're my fans. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, those are the ones who I always try to perform for. I don't feel like I owe it to anyone else. It's just my job. Like, a lot of people criticize me for not doing a lot of jiu-jitsu and stuff like that, but I just feel like my fans they're not my fans because
they want to see you knock people out, or slam, a big slam. That's what they want, right?
Or the referee pulled me up off them or something like that. That's why they like my fighting style, and that's why I'm gonna keep trying to bring.
So what are we going to see against Machida?
You guys going to see a whole lot of Rampage in there. I'm just trying my best. It's like Machida is known for running around cage and stuff like that, and being like you know what I'm saying, real like
elusive was the word.
Elusive, you know what I'm saying. I don't play that shit. I don't play around with that. I'm not chasing nobody. I don't chase people.
So you want them to come to you, then, right? You get it on.
Well, I ain't no dog catcher.
Fighters Only TV. I'm Gary Alexander, Rampage Jackson. Thanks so much, Range.
See y'all later. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all, you know what I'm saying, tune in to Fighters Only all the time. This is the only website where you can see the Wolf Lair in action, you know what I'm saying, kicking reporters' asses. Nuts.